Computer. I'm plugged in, and we are live. Welcome everybody to Diamond Zone. My name is Jeff Giamalva, and for all the people in the United States, I know we have people on from different parts of the country, around the world, I should say. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. I think it's important to understand what that means, and I want to say thank you to all the people who have ever served our country. If you're one of those people, thank you, because we don't have independence without the freedom, and the only way you have freedom is to fight for, well, they say freedom isn't free. Well, it's not. And, we don't have, this may sound corny, but it's just me. Let me just do my rant. We don't have an opportunity like this without freedom. And I think a lot of people take for granted the freedom that the United States gives us. And I just want to say thank you for those people who have served our country. So, it's more than about hot dogs and beer today. So just take the time to remember somebody. When you see somebody who served our country, just say thank you. I was out about the other day, and where I go get this unbelievable tasting Greek chicken, there's like the armed forces there, the recruiting centers. And a lot of them go there. There was like 7 of them. So they were all in line. I said, you know what? I'm taking care of their lunch. Okay. And it just made me feel good because of what they do for us. So anyway, whatever that's worth, guys, I'm a big person who supports the military because of what they do every day. So anyway, we're going to get into some stuff today. We just came off a 2-week pay cycle. I know a lot of you took advantage of that pay cycle, and a lot of you are building and building and building, which is what you want to do. You always want to keep adding people, so the next pay cycle could be the pay cycle that takes you over the top. See, what you need is people times product purchases equals earnings. People times product purchases equals earnings. Any product somebody buys from World Global Network allows you to climb the compensation plan. But when you first get started, you have a few people buying products. And when you start to build this consumer base, and you're always adding people, okay, people will always equal dollars. Remember, this is very important. Our job is not the product. Our job is people. The company's job is to introduce more products. And as you start to build that base, eventually you have so many people on your team that you can't help but rank advance. But sometimes and I said this yesterday, sometimes we think our 5 or 10 people is going to help us get to diamond. It's not. You got to have hundreds of people in your entire organization just doing a little bit. Would you rather have 100 people or 1,000 people doing a little, or 10 people doing a lot? I much rather have 1,000 people doing a little, okay? Because that's duplicatable. And so when you start to understand the concept here, it's all about building that base. So the pay cycle starts today, the new pay cycle, but I want to announce some dates because Lisa and I put together our calendar, and these are the dates that have been secured. And the flyers will be out, should be out by today. But July 22nd is our Southern California Super Saturday. July 22nd, hotel has been confirmed. It's the Hilton in Orange County, right by, if you know the Orange County area, right by South Coast Plaza, right off the 405 freeway. That flyer will be out. It's July 22nd from 10 to 5. $20 per distributor, $25 at the door. Okay, all day training from some of the top leaders within Orange County. We got Tan and Vaughn, Tuan and I get their names mixed up. Tuan and Van. We have Christina Torres. These are presidents and above, and of course Jeff and Lisa will be there from 10 to 5. So if you have anybody in all of Southern California, all of Southern California people, that's Orange County. Listen, we're pulling people in. We already got confirmations of obviously people coming in from LA, Santa Barbara, all the way down to San Diego, but people coming in from Arizona, people coming in from Vegas, they want to get out of the heat. So you got to market this to all the people you have, I believe, in a 500-mile radius, because people love to come to Orange County. And we're going to have a great social event afterwards. So it's going to be an all-day event. Do not miss July 22nd, Saturday, 10 to 5. And that flyer will be up, and you could buy your tickets at the whatever website's going to be on there. Okay. Also, we just confirmed Minnesota. We will be in Minnesota August 3rd through 5th. That venue has been secured. That flyer will go out, and so will the complete itinerary. I believe we're doing a Thursday night business opportunity briefing, a Friday night social, and a Saturday Super Saturday. So just wait for that flyer to come out, but those dates have been secured and the hotel has been secured. So when that's done, we know we're coming, okay? And then the following weekend, hang on one second, people are asking questions. Entered one more day. Oh, it was? Are we extended one more day? Was that announced? Dawn Marie, where did you see that? I don't have to be on point, right? It's just us. Back office. Okay, I guess we're extended. Well, you know, why ended on 4th of July, right? So we're extended one more day, guys, for the pay cycle. Well, that's exciting. All right, I can't wait. All right, let's end this call. Let's go to work. I'm teasing. All right, I hope that's official. I'm obviously a Shay Lisa, so she knows, and Dawn Marie knows. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. We've been extended one more day. Yeah, it made no sense to me. Why would you end it on a holiday weekend? All right, perfect. Anyway, so August 3rd through 5th, we will be in Minnesota. Okay, now the following week, we will be in Florida. Okay, the hub is Fort Myers, and we will be there from August 10th through 12th. Same thing, Thursday night, we'll have our venue for a business opportunity, Friday night social. Saturday for sure, we'll be in Fort Myers. So anybody you have in all of Florida, guys, we believe we're going to double the numbers that we had last time, anticipating close to 300 to 500 people in Florida. And Minnesota, I know they're building for that event. So those are some exciting things that we're doing. Also, we might be adding, and I'm just throwing this out, in between, we will be in Chicago, in between Minnesota and Florida. So we will be doing an event in Chicago, 5th, 3, 5, 6, probably the 8th or 9th, but I'll announce that. But save those other dates for sure. Okay, so let's talk about what we're going to talk about. 4th of July, woo, okay. So what I want to talk about today, guys, is really just get people's, head right. And I've learned this in this business, and anybody who's ever been involved in network marketing understands something. And, I'm a firm believer in this. And I've said this before, wherever you go, there you are, right? And whatever you've done in your past usually reflects your future. And I will just say this. Quitting is a very addictive habit. Quitting is a very addictive habit. And I want you to challenge yourself. I want you to challenge yourself to make a commitment here and do it and never quit. Because once you make that commitment, it's amazing what happens. This is what we talk about when we reach people. Well, I don't care if it's through Diamond Zone. It may be through one of our events. It may be through a webinar. But there's a time where the switch just goes, you know what? This is it. Maybe if you click the switch. We've burnt the boat. There's no doubt about it. There's a lot of people on this call that have burnt the boat. I get it. Okay, they made that commitment and there's no way, okay, they're not going to make this work. See, you just do it until you do it. But you got to make that commitment. But so many people will start and stop something, okay? And this is what I want you to do. Just look at what you've done in the past. Has there always been a time where you've quit? Just remember, quitting is a very addictive habit. And we got to break that cycle. Okay, I don't care if that's with an exercise program, if that's with a diet, if that's with an opportunity, whatever that may be for you. But there's a time, and you'll never forget the time when you finally made that commitment to do it. And I know most people, a lot of these people on these calls every day, you're committed to the calls. I see the numbers. Okay, you're committed to whatever it is you're committed to. Okay, but you got to be committed to money-making activities. That's what you got to be committed to, not the stuff that keeps you broke. Okay, not the gossip, right? Not the comp plan, not talking about who shot John. And just because you attend and you come to events doesn't mean you're committed to money-making activities. Let me just do this. Everybody just be real with themselves. How many money-making activities did you do yesterday? Just stop. And the only person you could answer to, you can't lie to yourself. If I ask you on a phone call how to go today, oh, it was great, I did this. But at the end of the day, when you look in the mirror, did you do things that made you money yesterday? Did you spend time, okay, with things that didn't make you money? That's all. It's really that simple. And when you're honest with yourself, then you start getting yourself in the uncomfortable. Because the number one thing we shy away from is the very thing that earns us money. And that's what? Talking to people, creating desire within people to want what you have. And you know what people want? They want to be able to dream again. I really believe most people stop dreaming. I really do. I think they get to a certain point. I did a 3-way call with somebody from my that used to work with my daughter. They both started as hostesses at a very high-end sushi restaurant in Laguna Beach. And the other person just started to really rank advance through this company. And I had this conversation. Now I know she's been doing what she's doing now 8 years. I said, see, you understand that now all of a sudden you start to realize? I just started to have this conversation. And I had the conversation based on my experience. I said, listen, so-and-so, when I was working for Bally's, after about 7 to 8 years, I kept asking myself, can I keep doing this for another 7 to 8 years? See, sometimes people got to go through life just a little bit to realize it's not what they want. Because whatever they're involved in, I promise you, stops them from dreaming. Because think about most people, everybody, think about most people and what they do. Could they really achieve their financial goals doing what they do? See, in most cases, the answer is no. So what happens naturally over time is we start to settle, right? We all just start to settle. Well, you know what? This house isn't that bad. This car I'm driving is better than Mary's. Okay, at least I could buy a new shirt every 3 months. Okay, Mark can't. And we start to justify what we got. And we start to compare. Okay, you got to allow yourself to dream again. Okay, what were they talking about during Disrupt? Having your dream board? Get out there. Look at the house you want to live in. Right? See it. Go car shopping. Picture it. Whatever it may be. Okay, whatever floats your boat. You got to allow yourself to see things as they are. Because I promise you, this opportunity can give you whatever it is you want. It's just a matter of you doing the necessary things to get there and having realistic expectations along the way. That's all. But just remember this. Quitting is a very addictive habit. And you need to track where that comes from. Because sometimes moving forward is painful. Sometimes moving forward means you're in the uncomfortable. But there's a certain time. I told you guys my time. When Lisa looked at me and said, go get a job. After 2 years of really doing nothing and trying to fool myself, I was really doing something. She looked at me and said, if you're not going to take this seriously, go get at least a consistent paycheck. Because what you're providing for our company is not giving us what we want. She goes, I have the belief, but you don't. And she had a very tough conversation with me. And when I started to think about the alternative, after doing not much for 2 years, I got the chills. That's the truth. I remember exactly when that was. And all of a sudden it goes, switch, boom. But see, my switch took 2 years. Don't let yours take 2 years. Understand the value of what you really have. And just commit yourself to money-making activities, guys. All of us, the whole entire company, even Chanita and Nat said, I'm in zone 1. I'm in zone 1. I need new blood. Because the day you stop adding new blood, your business stops growing. So just remember those different things, guys. Consistency is being watched. Okay? Quitting is very addictive, but also consistency is being watched. Don't kid yourself. All the people that said no to you, they're watching. We went to a great place last night. It's called Mozambique. And they have a rooftop area overlooking the ocean in Laguna Beach. It was me, Lisa, and Jenna. And we had a great meal, and we were walking out, and somebody stops me and goes, oh my gosh, you guys, you remember me? She said to me, she goes, you remember me? We're from LA. She was a dentist that was involved in our other company. She goes, oh my gosh, what is going on with your company? She sees, I see these consistent posts. And she started telling us, as God is my witness, where we've been the last 5 trips. She goes, you've been to Dubai. You were in Thailand. I just saw you were in Vegas. And weren't you just in Beverly Hills? Well, yesterday, I'm looking around going, who is it? So I knew who she was. She goes, you know what? You got my attention. Why? The consistency of doing the business. It's not like you post once and then no one hears from you for 2 months. Or you quit. See, it's the message that we send sometimes. Then we wonder why some people don't take us seriously. So sometimes it's building that consistency and trust for 60 days or 90 days or for a year. Who knows? But as I said yesterday, would you work this business? Would you work this business for 18 months consistently to have the foundation to take you where you want to go? Would you work this business consistently for 5 years if you knew without a doubt it was going to get you to where you want to go? If I said to everybody, I promise you, here's the money. It's going to be directly deposited in your account. Okay, $1 million. Okay, if you consistently do what I tell you every day for 3 years, would you do it? Oh, yeah, Jeff, I do it. Okay, well, let me share with you something. We have a much bigger opportunity than that. $1 million in 3 years? Really? Okay, so understand, okay, that everything that we do is creating desire. Everything we do. And the way we create desire within people. This is what we do, guys. These are your money-making activities. Every day, I'm going to say it again, every day we have to advertise. Every day. I don't know if that's post, if that's LinkedIn, if that's Craigslist. I don't know what it is, whatever that is. We have to be out there and advertising what we have. Just take your cue from major corporations. Don't they advertise every day? If I see Marie Osmond one more time talking about Nutrisystems, I'm going to shoot myself. I'm telling you, every hour, there's 3 commercials about how she lost 50 pounds in 50 days. Marie Osmond, every day, consistently advertising. Take your cue from the people and the giants. They advertise every day. They pay spokespeople millions and millions of dollars to do what? Wear the clothes. We're no different, everyone. We do the same thing. But how often do you advertise your opportunity? We got to get people's attention. Commercials get people's attention. Well, I'm going to show you what gets people's attention here. You got to remember, Facebook wasn't around 9 years ago. Do you know that we didn't have iPhones or Facebook 10 years ago? Just think about that. What did we do? And we all think because we hit a post and we hit send, we did the business today. Oh, whew, I'm exhausted. I hit that enter button. Whew, man, that post took me at least 7 minutes to come up with the right verbiage, and I hit that. And every hour you're checking, how many likes now? Ooh, I got 3 likes. And the next day, the whole day goes by, and you think you went to work because you did a post. And I'm not saying it's everybody, but I just like to laugh at ourselves sometimes when we really think we're working. That's all. Okay, you got to be able to laugh at yourself. It's the only thing that's going to allow you to move forward when you're honest with yourself. So get people's attention, attract them, and then we have our approach. Okay. So what's advertising mean? Well, advertising in this business, this means, okay, being a walking, talking testimonial. Advertising means you're out there and you have an awareness about you. Advertising means getting into conversations with people. That's all it is. I mean, we were sitting there on the rooftop having a drink, and the people right next to us at the next table, we just started a conversation. It was easy conversation, right? I said, "You here on vacation?" And everybody around us lived down the street. Kind of funny. Okay, we're in a vacation destination, but everybody there was local. And just conversation. And I promise you, every time there's a conversation, okay, what do we say to people? What do you do? What kind of business are you in? And we're just having fun. I'm not there to attack people. I'm just there to get into conversations. And you can have conversations online, right? You can have, it's conversations with a purpose. And the purpose is not to try to recruit them. The purpose is to find out if they're even open based on the situation they're in, right? That's why we say, right, start with your warm market. You know the situation. I'll get into that in a second. But it's having awareness to take advantage of every opportunity to go fishing. That's all we do. We're fishing every day, guys. Every major company, every single day who does consistent business fishes. There's just so many different ways, but do you have your ways of fishing every day? That's all. Do you have your ways of getting people this information every day? So that's my question. Do you have your hours of operation set? Remember when I was on stage in Las Vegas, I said, schedule your success? Do you have your hours of operation? If you were a brick and mortar business and it was World Global Network, what would the hours of operation say on the door? What would it say? Would you be closed Saturday and Sunday? Would you be closed Wednesday? What's your hours of operation? You got to have that. How many businesses would do consistent volume, consistent sales if they didn't have hours of operation? And then we say, we have the biggest business in the world. No one can compete with what we have. We got people making $1 million a month. We got people making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Let me ask you a question. Do you think those people have hours of operation? Okay, do you think they're working? Of course they are. And I challenge you to have your hours of operation to go fishing. Have your hours of operation for your follow-up. Have your hours of operation, right, for development. But I will tell you, 90% of your hours of operation should be contributed to money-making activities. Because guys, it's a numbers game. Talk to any business owner, talk to any person who's ever run a business. It's a numbers game. Okay? I love when people say that. This is a numbers game. Well, yeah, genius, it's a numbers game. Of course it is. So advertise. Second thing, now you got to get people's attention. You know the best way to get people's attention? They need to see a change in you. They need to see a change in you. A big change, I'm going to say it again, is consistency. That's a change people have to see. Some of people that you are closest to have seen you in 4 or 5 different opportunities. Maybe some of them have seen you in 6 or 7 different opportunities. Right? And they know you're a serial entrepreneur, but they need to see consistency. If you're new there's Marie Osmond again. You think I'm kidding. There she is. Lost 50 pounds, 888-828 thin. Okay, anybody want to lose weight? There, call 888-828 thin. There she is. New Lean 13. I'm telling you, it plays 50 times a day. They advertise. That commercial gets people's attention. Well, you have a lot of people watching you. Do you have their attention? You know how you get their attention? Okay, a new attitude. A new mindset gets people's attention. A different conversation. I love what my daughter said yesterday. Okay, she had a bunch of her friends, okay, that, you know, they all go out 4th of July. And Jenna said, I just can't do it. I'm not going to put myself into that conversation. Okay, because I know what they talk about. Right? They're all making fun of Jenna because she's the one, okay, that's doing something different than most of them. And they don't want to even talk about what she does. It's amazing. She goes, I got to remove myself from the very people that I was closest to because they're not going to get me to where I want to go. Now, it doesn't mean they're still not friends. But at the end of the day, sometimes you have to say no, okay, to some of the people that got you to where you are. Because if you keep staying in that circle, guess what happens? They draw you back. They make you settle. You got to be the person that's different. You got to be sometimes you got to just separate yourself. But she don't want to put herself into that situation because they know what they talk about. Nothing. It's a lot of nothing talk. And now she's focused in on what? What she wants to do. Because she's around it. So your attitude, your appearance. You guys, some of you got to practice this. Can we do this right now? Smile. Everybody, smile. Smile, Ward. Smile, John. Everybody smile. Does that not feel good? Smile. Is that not attractive? Go try smiling at somebody. I always look at people and smile. Always. When I talk. I want them to, you got to make people feel good. Compliment them. Sincere compliments. How many times do you think people are complimented on a daily basis? No, it's all negative. You're not doing this, you're not doing that, negative news, right? And all of a sudden we start to accept it. And then when you come around and you're different, it attracts people to you. They go, wow, I don't know what's going on with that person, but there's just something about them. They're different. Do you ever see that? Can you not pick out somebody who has energy, who's excited? Don't they stand out above everybody else? That's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to work on that. And I'm not saying you got to be a crazy person and look like you're nuts smiling at everybody. Okay, I'm just talking about it's got to be a posture. People have to see what is going on. They got to see little changes. Your story's got to change. How's it going? Not much. Same old, same old. Another day, another dollar. 4th of July weekend's over. Got to get back into that rut. Another day in paradise. Okay, I mean, it's just the same stuff. Well, I got a different story. No, how's it going? It's going great. I got a new story. Man, I just accepted an opportunity. I'm excited. Have you heard about wearable technology? Okay, it doesn't matter what comes out of your mouth if you're excited. You got to trust me on that. People are so worried about what to say and how to say it. Who cares? Okay, you just got to let people know where you're going. And here's the thing. You got to be a good listener. To get people's attention, let them talk. People love to talk about themselves, don't they? You know why? No one listens. Everybody's waiting to talk. Do you ever see those people? You know without a doubt they're not listening to you. They're just listening with the intent to talk. Don't be that person. Be the person that really cares. Find out if there's really a desire there somewhere. I believe people have desire. It just hasn't been fanned for years. We're all born with an entrepreneurial spirit. Tell me if I'm not right. Everybody on this call, when you were a little kid, okay, didn't you change what you wanted to do every other day? I'm going to be a fireman. Great. I'm going to be the president. Oh, you could do whatever you want to do, Johnny. I'm going to be an astronaut. I'm going to be a superhero. And what do your friends, what does your mom and dad tell you? That's cool, Johnny. Go for it. What happens to that? What happens to that spirit? Right? It's extinguished. Why? Because we start to fall in like everybody else. We start to follow the masses. We have to go to college. I'm not against college. We have to get that degree. Then we have to get a job. Then we got to work the 40-40 plan, right? To work 40 years, right? And to be broke. No, you've all made a change. And tell me if this is not exciting for all of you. World Global Network. But you know what you're excited about? Other people's success. That's usually what gets people involved in the beginning. Can anybody here deny that I'm not excited? A lot of you have bought into my excitement. You got to find your excitement. You got to find your little successes. And the only way to do that is to commit to money-making activities every day, guys. That's the only way. It's taking what you're hearing, and after this call is over, okay, just challenge yourself. What's going to happen after this call? I know I have my schedule lined up. Why? I have my hours of operation. Okay? Here, you want to hear my schedule on 4th of July? Ooh, 4th of July. Okay? Ooh, it's my day off. I deserve it. Okay, here's my schedule. Okay, I have right after this, I have a call with Christina at 8. I have another call with somebody in England at 9. I have a 3-way call with Morena at 11. I got a Zoom call in Trinidad at 3. And I have a launch at 4, and I have a 3-way call at 5, and I have an opportunity presentation at 6. That's just what's on here. Why? I have my hours of operation. You know why? I keep going back to my worst day here is better than my best day in corporate America. I always remind myself of that. Doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. Okay, and I always keep going back. What am I really doing? I'm sharing with people an opportunity to change their life. That's all we do. So just get people's attention, guys. This is how you do it. Do not attack people, attract them. You're not out to attack and try to get people. I'm going to get you. No, I'm attracting you, right, to my different way of thinking. I'm attracting you, okay, from my new appearance, my story. Okay, my consistency is how I'm attracting you. Wow, there's something going on there. Okay, just like that lady said to us at the restaurant. Wow, she's telling me where I've been the last 4 months. She goes, my gosh, you guys are consistent. She goes, we got to talk. She goes, and she's telling Lisa, do you have my number? Do you have my number? They see the consistency. They see the excitement. And I'm telling you, you have to drip on people sometimes, guys. I keep going back to the Marie Osmond commercial. How many times do people see it? But there's a certain time where people pick up the phone and call. And they say, you know what? Damn it, I'm sick and tired of being fat. And they may have seen that commercial 500 times, but they never called. What made the person call that day? Because obviously they're calling because they play that commercial every minute of every day. And I promise you, but when people are sick and tired, or maybe something happens, it promotes them to call. But if you weren't consistent in your message, they're not calling you. Well, I lost somebody that I knew that got involved with World. Maybe they didn't see your consistency. It all goes back to us, guys. They don't want them going to any other weight loss clinic than to the one that they're because they advertise consistently. Okay, enough. Okay, now think. Just think about this. How many of you woke up and said, you know what? Today's the day. I'm going to buy a vacuum cleaner. You know what? I'm not really feeling well today. I got a headache. Maybe today's the day I should buy my cemetery lot. Do we do that? No. Or a health insurance policy. We don't wake up every day and say, today's the day. Do you think people wake up and say, today's the day, I'm going to find a good network marketing company in wearable technology? Do you think people do that? No. Somebody created enough desire within people to want what we have. A lot of people don't even know this exists until you tell them about it. I didn't know World Global Network existed. I didn't know there was wearable technology out there. And I've been in the industry 24 years. So when Jeremy sent me that text, I said, this is different. You would think I would know. No, I didn't know. Most people you know don't know. You got to create the desire within them to at least, here's the rule. Let everybody at least know what you're doing. Hey, Mary, would you mind me telling you why I'm excited? It may or may not be for you, Mary, but you know what? I want you to know what I'm doing. Because if it's for you, great, but you may be able to open some doors for me. You ever try that? It takes away you're trying to get married. Hey, Mary, let me tell you why I'm calling. I am so excited. You know, I finally came to the realization, okay, that you know what? I got to make a change. Because I'm sick and tired of having more month at the end of my money. And I knew if I kept doing the same thing, I'm going to keep getting the same results. I'm in a dead-end situation. So I just got involved with a company that has a category creator product. Now, Mary, I'm not talking about, it may or may not be for you, but I do know you may be able to open some doors for me. Would you be willing to listen to what I'm doing? Now, isn't that a nice approach? If someone's close to you, they say, sure, what are you doing? And then you start doing everything you would do normally. This is why I'm excited, Mary. Watch this 2-minute video. And now all of a sudden you're doing the presentation and you're showing Mary everything. But you did it in such a way where if you say no, maybe you could open some doors. Would that be okay? Would you like to have a bunch of people just opening doors for you? Providing their contact base? Try it. But here's what you have to do. You got to create desire within people to want what you have. And then you got to know the answers to the test. You got to know what people really seek in an opportunity. You know why people, you know what the number one thing people want? Recognition. Advancement's number 2, money is number 3. So if you're out there and you're talking to people that have a job, you got to understand, okay, people put in their head they're lucky to have a job. There's no recognition. Most people hit a glass ceiling. There's no advancement. Some people are bored. Some people, money is like number 5. So it's when you're talking to people, you put them in a box. I'll show you that in a second. How about salespeople? If you're talking to a salesperson, well, you know without a doubt, 90% of their money comes from, right, their ability to perform. Well, you know what happens out there? They do a good job, they cut your commission. They may reduce your territory. There's no future because you're only as good as your last sale. There's no opportunity there. So these are some of the hot buttons. So if you're making your list and you know some of the people you know are salespeople, you know how to perfect your message based on the person you're talking to, right? How employees dissatisfied with their jobs. Okay, business owners. What if you're talking to a business owner? Too much overhead, no cash flow. Business is growing but going broke. The business owns them. Okay? Does that relate to you, Ward? The business owns you? All right. How about the M&Mers? You ever hear about them? 2 incomes. They used to call them dinks. Double income, no kids. Too much travel, too many hours, unhappy in position, no challenge, no personal growth. Okay, these are the answers to the test. So as I did before, you're putting people into a box. How do you create interest? Know the shot. Know the shot. You know what the shot is? Know the answers to the test. So when you make your list, put everybody into these boxes. And now you know how to relay your message of consistency. Now you know how to relay your message to create interest. And everybody, no matter where they are, gets a 2-minute video. But it's setting it up sometimes, guys. Some of you got to get good at setting up the 2-minute video so they're intrigued and want to watch it. Right? Now, I much rather you all just not even think and send out the 2-minute video. But I'm trying to take you to a different level of understanding. Because if I called Ward, and Ward and I go way back, and I know Ward's situation, okay, I could tell Ward through my story why I'm making a change. And then I'm just going to simply ask Ward, okay, if I sent you a 2-minute video, would you watch it? Because Ward, do you keep your business options? Do you keep your business options open? Yeah, Jeff. Perfect. I want to send you this 2-minute video. Now you know why I'm excited. Now that 2-minute video has a whole new meaning because I told my story first before I sent it. Right? Some of you are just sending the 2-minute video blindly. And like I said, I much rather you do that than nothing. But I'm showing you now how to get a better result sometimes. Make a phone call. Set it up before you send it. Based on who you're talking to. Are your friends and your family and the people closest to you employees? Are they self-employed? Are they business owners? Are they investors? Okay, it's all based on what they do, right? And you could relay your message based on who you're talking to. Believe me, the people on the right side of the quadrant, the people on the right side are usually more open than the other people because they understand multiple streams of income. They have plenty of money, right? They understand how to leverage their time. The people on the left side are the ones working hard, no security, no time, large debts, insufficient funds, but they're so overwhelmed with the treadmill, they don't know how to get out of it. Now here you come, dun, da, 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 right? With the S on your chest. You do have a way to help them solve their situation. Okay? And not to go through this again, but you could match this to everybody you talk to. Everybody you talk to wants something on the screen. And you got to get good at relaying what this opportunity gives you. This is your story, everybody right here. Right? You know, Mark, man, I've always wanted to own my own business, but I never had the financial ability to do it. I found something here, no overhead. I have no infrastructure costs, and I have the same tax advantages of any other business. And what's so exciting is, on a spare time, part-time basis, they're putting me on a business plan to make 100 grand my first year. Or you could say, they're putting me on a business plan to cover my mortgage payment, and I'm doing the spare time, part-time. It's all being driven by the wearable tech industry. This is a category creator. We're first to market, John. Because you know what? In my situation, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I know you are too, John. I hit the glass ceiling. I wanted something. I said, you know what? Enough. I want to be paid what I was worth. Because I looked at my situation, John, and I said, listen, I've been doing what I'm doing 20 years. If I left my day job, I would be 3 months away from being a street person. I got no residual income, John. And John knows, this person who's talking to John knows John's in the same situation. You follow me? I have this business that I just started has given me residual income opportunity. And here's the best part. I'm aligned with a group of people that have a proven system for success. Turnkey programs, John, that I could leverage. They have weekly calendar of events I could plug into. And a social media platform that's allowing me to build my business from home. Now, do you see how I just incorporated everything based on who I was talking to? Now, John, listen, I don't know if this is for you, but I'm going to send you a 2-minute video. And I want you to think about what I just told you when you watch that 2-minute video. And you tell me if you're excited. Now, you see how you just set up that 2-minute video just a little bit different by taking 3 or 4 minutes to let John know really when that 2-minute video comes, you know what he thinks about? I don't know what he thinks about, but you told him something to think about. He may be thinking about, oh my God, that 2-minute video is going to give me an opportunity to own my own business. Oh my God, that 2-minute video that Ward is sending me right now may give me a chance to cover that car payment. Oh my God, that 2-minute video that I just got, okay, could give me residual income. You don't know. You don't know. So that's how you set it up. Now see if people watch your videos now. Because some of you are saying not everybody watches them. Okay, I get it. I'm just trying to get you to better understand how to set it up. So you guys know where to get this. It's on every one of my presentations. Practice. Practice with each other. I just did this in 60 seconds and I incorporate every single thing on this slide. So attract people. What has the business done for you? What is the business going to do for you? Well, Jeff, it hasn't done anything yet because I haven't made any money. Okay, got it. What is it going to do for you? If I really unmuted everybody and said, tell me what this business is going to do for you. Could you? With conviction and belief? Hey, Bob, how's your new business going? Well, it's going great, Jeff. Have you made any money yet? I'm going to make money. Well, I haven't made money yet. You see the doubt? Hey, Jeff, how's your new business going? Unbelievable. Do you know I'm working with an unbelievable group of people, some of which are 8-figure earners, and they just sat down with me and they put me on a business plan my first year to make 100 grand. I've never been more excited. You see the difference? I know where I'm going. He can't tell me I'm not going to make 100 grand, but have you made any money yet? I'm working with a group of people. I'm on a business plan. Here's where I'm going. Dude, whether you believe me or not, that's where I'm going. No disbelief, no disbelief. But if somebody asks you, how's it going? Well, you know, I just got started. It's simple. Okay, but have you made any money yet? Well, not really, but I'm going to. Doubt. Tell people what you're going to do. I don't care what you're saying. But whatever you say, make sure you believe it. Do you know I'm on a business plan, spare time, part-time, to cover my mortgage payment? $2,400 a month. How many people could you attract for them to want to earn $2,400 a month? I'm just picking a number from the sky. You see what happens? That's how you attract people. Your belief, your consistency. I'm going to say it again. Your belief, your consistency will attract people over time. Maybe not today, but if they see you consistently doing it and not quitting, remember, quitting is a very addictive habit. Consistency attracts people to you. So guys, then you have to approach them. Last slide. Based on how the business fits them. You know how the business fits them? Because you listened. You know their situation. In your story, satisfy their needs, knowing what they want. Meet their financial needs. What are they looking for? Simplicity of sharing a video. That's the message. That's it. It's the approach. And now you're just calm. You know where you're going. And if you start to do this over and over again, because you have money-making activities, you get really good. After 1 week of doing this consistently and getting out there and sharing your story and matching the opportunity to the people you're talking to, it's called practice. Who cares? That's it. Go practice. Go talk to people. But try that approach. This may or may not be for you, but you know what? I want to share with you what I'm doing. If it is for you, great. If not, you may know somebody that it is for. It's a different way of maybe approaching somebody. Okay, John, what are you doing? Tell me. Now, didn't that just give John a chance to practice and make the person watch the 2-minute video? What's that worth? You mean doors people could open? Anyway, guys, that's it. I almost won an hour today. So happy 4th. Okay, get some money-making activities when you're out there having hot dogs. Get into conversation with people. Practice today. That's my challenge to all of you. Okay? Thank you very much, Christina. I'll log off and log back on. Okay? So guys, I need this room, so everybody log off, please. Thank you. Bye, guys.